This is Shalom. This is GMS UK. GMS London Forecasters Camp. Alright, with another I'm going to do today. First, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, the Kodash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone that we world that taught us his truth. And blessings to the elect, Israel, who are scattered worldwide, who are predestined to be saved. Now today's going to sit down, we're going to do is about the coming World War III. Alright, and a caveat before we start. In prophecy wise, alright, Jacob's trouble and the MOTB has to come first. So Jacob's trouble, alright, Matthew 13:7, Matthew 24 and 21, with the Great Tribulation. Alright, that has to come first. Then the MOTB has to be instituted, mandatory, alright, worldwide. And only after those two prophecies have been fulfilled, that's the Third World War. So, yes, we know that the Middle East is hot right now, alright, because of Israel and Hezbollah, etc. But you always got to qualify things. And that's the reason why having this truth stabilizes you. Because we know that, listen, oh yeah, it's hotting up. And Israel has gone into Lebanon, alright, southern Lebanon, alright, but it's going to die down, alright? It's not going to be hot like that forever, okay? Those two prophecies have to come to pass, alright? Now, the Bible has 3 world wars in it, and they're described as woe. The word woe means what?
Destruction.
Destruction, okay? Alright, so you can read that, Revelations 9 and 12.
This is Revelation chapter 9 and verse 12. One woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter.
So one woe is World War. And let me say this, the First World War was it was a world war, so it affected multiple places around the globe. But the concentration of the fiercest fighting and the highest death toll was in Europe. Alright? And it was a more or less trench warfare. Now, World War I started 1914 to 1918, 4 years it lasted. And Austria-Hungary had an empire back then. And Germany was allies to Austria, because if you know where Germany is, if you go south to Bavaria, where Munich is, and you keep going south, Austria. So all that happened in World War I, it broke out for multiple reasons. And then Germany backed up their ally Austria, alright? And because there was trench warfare, they said, this is bullshit, let's negotiate surrender. And they took the negotiations to Paris, to a place called Versailles, alright? A place called the Hall of Mirrors, which was made by our ancestors, one of the Louis Kings in the Middle Ages, alright? Versailles is a massive palace that belonged to Israelite kings in France, alright? And then they blamed the whole war on Germany and told them to pay 6,600 million in reparations, which broke the country. So that's World War One. And then to start World War II, all right, they blamed Germany. They took territories away from Germany and gave it to France, because in France it's called Strasbourg, and that's originally a German territory, all right. They gave Danzig to Poland, and they gave the Sudetenland with 3 million Germans in it to a new country called Czechoslovakia, which is called Czech Republic today. So to start World War II, what happened? They started killing Germans in Poland. So Germany invaded Poland, all right, and then Britain and France declared war on Germany, all right, and then it was a domino effect. The Allies backed them up, and then Germany had allies and they backed them up. So it went from being a small conflict and then cascading into a world war. And again, the Second World War, all right, it was much trench warfare. It was planes, bombings, and territory, all right? So it was a different warfare, all right? Now, a lot of people say, oh, why, there's a God, why is there wars in the world, and can't we all have peace? We are going to have peace, but not now.
Yeah.
We're going to have peace in the kingdom, all right? All right, right now, people need to be judged. And that's what war does. War brings judgment, all right? It brings judgment, man, okay? Exodus 15.
I've got it.
Yeah.
Exodus 15
and 3.
3.
Yeah, you have to know the God that you're serving, man. All right, so you don't start crying tears when you see horrible scenes of movie. Continue.
Exodus 15 verse 3.
Yep.
The Lord our is a man of war.
Yep.
The Lord is his name.
So the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, is that it? Does it say Lord in all caps? So that means that's Yahweh. So he's a man of war. All right. Same way he judged us. All right, via warfare, man. In this country, they had the English Civil War, 1649. All right, that a brutal war. It was the royalists, us, Israelites, against parliamentarians under Cromwell who were Edomites, and we lost the war. And that's when they started deporting us to the colonies as slaves, man. All right, and legally, by the way, we had to sign documents say, "Oh, is that your house? Yeah, it's my house." Oh, you know what? It's not your house no more. All right, you sign this paper and you get on that banana boat. You know what I mean? And then they shipped our people to islands, Jamaica, Barbados, and Montserrat. All right. So why did the Lord do that to us? Because we broke the laws, statutes, and commandments. All right. The Lord said that if you keep my commandments, you'll be blessed, but you'll be cursed. Okay. So the way the Lord judged us as a people, to get us out of Europe, and that's why many people don't know that. Our people, Israelites ruled Europe, was via warfare. Okay, is into judging nations, and with war, you can judge thousands or hundreds of people at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the Lord's purpose for it, man. Okay, now who's got Isaiah 9:5? It said,
WW3.
yeah, you read Revelations 9 and 12, right? 3 world wars. We've had how many wars we had so far?
2.
We've had 2 world wars so far. Now, Isaiah 9:5 is going into what the third world war is going to be like.
Isaiah 9:5 says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise,
Yep.
garments rolled in blood."
All right, stop. So, garments rolled in blood. So, back in we were talking about the Middle Ages. That's I like that history. We with each other. For example, Henry V. All right, another Israel. All right, a young guy. Battle of Agincourt in France. You know, we had horsemen and people with spears, and we had these big. I don't know what it's called. You know, they have a chain and it has a big boulder on it with spikes on it.
Yeah,
Oh,
with spike balls.
Mace, that's it. It's called mace. Yeah, they have mace and they have garments on. They'll have their knights. All right, now charge! Ah! And they'll start bang, bang, fighting. All right, you have garments on. You know, I bash his head in. The blood will be on my garment.
Yeah.
But what does it say?
Isaiah 9:5 again.
Yeah.
Every battle
Of the
of
war.
the warrior is with confused noise.
See, confused noise. Oh yeah, bang, bang, ching. You know what I mean? Ching, ching. Yeah, go on.
Confused noise and garments rolled in blood.
Yeah, so you know, you mash your enemy, your blood will be on your garments.
Heads on the floor.
Yeah, heads on the floor, decapitated. Continue.
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
So this third world war is going to be with burning and fuel of fire. Someone get Zechariah 14 and 12. Right. So this world war, all right, because the weaponry that the Lord has put and you guys could bring out any precepts about you know, the smith burning for coals,
Yeah.
you know, the arrow, so forth. All right, the Heavenly Father put it in man's mind. All right, to make these weapons, and the reason why he made those weapons is because it's his indignation, his righteous anger.
What preacher?
Okay.
This is get the dust off this one. Matthew 24:6 says, and you, I'll read it from the NLT. Says, and you will hear of wars and threats of wars, but don't panic. Yes, these things must, but the end won't follow immediately. Yeah,
Okay.
because you kind of said
Put
it.
it every day again.
This is from the NLT, Matthew 24
Yep.
and verse 6.
Okay, go on, yeah.
From the top again, yeah? From 6 again. You will hear of wars and threats of wars,
Yep.
but don't panic. Don't panic, full stop. Yes, these things must take place,
Yeah.
but the end won't follow immediately.
There you go. And that's in the NLT, yeah, which is easier to understand. So what we're seeing with that culling and massacre in our homeland, all right, because the Edomites, who are the Jewish people, and the Ishmaelites, who are these Palestinians, they're in our land. That's our land, all right?
Right.
That's our land. Have you got that map?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got it.
Have you got that map, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna go into it, all right? I show that to the camera. I want to get it on the camera, right? Now we're gonna go into. That's beautiful. This is the region right here, all right? That is gonna be mainly in World War III. This region here, you can see that we have. Give you a pen or something. So I'll point out.
Here's one.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you. All right. All right. And it has their ancient names on there. All right. So Ezekiel 38. And we're going to go into this, right? And if you look at all of the arrows here, these have people's ancient names. And these are all integral in Bible prophecy. But where are they all? Israel. You know why? Because the Third World War is going to be a world war, but it's going to, the main epicenter, just like World War One, the epicenter was Europe, and World War Two, the epicenter was Europe and the Pacific. Had the Japanese, isn't it? They did Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
Right? So World War Two, the epicenter of it, it was worldwide, but the epicenter of it was where? The Pacific, all right? And in them islands, all right, the Philippines and so forth, and Europe. But the third one, which the brother read the precept, Isaiah 95, burning the field fire, the main center is going to be in Israel, man. All right? Yeah, you can show that other camera as well. You hold it. So all roads leads to our homeland. All right? You can put it down now. So at the end of the day, so right now, there's a slaughtering in our homeland. Them Palestinians are getting bombed left, right, and center. But the brother read the precept. He said there's wars and rumors of war. All right. So there's wars, right? Israel has gone into it. What's that place? Lebanon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beirut.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. They've gone into South Lebanon.
Go on.
You know, and so forth. So because of all of this, is this the start of World War III? Well, no, it's not the start of World War III. But in order for you to have the biggest and most destructive war ever, you need to build up towards that.
That's right.
And that's what the Lord is doing. So there's some proxy wars. Okay, that's what's happening right now, man. Okay, so the main epicenter is going to be, as I said, in our homeland, Israel. Now, who's got the Zechariah 14:12?
You got it.
You got it?
Something.
Okay.
Alright, cool. This is Zechariah 14 and 12.
Yep.
And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that fought against Jerusalem.
See, so you hear that? The Lord said the people that fought against Jerusalem, and who we are.
People before it's a place.
Yeah, Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Israelites, all 12 tribes, man. Even you bonehead, bow and arrow heads that love the white man still.
Yeah.
All right. So continue.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
See, so what weapons do we have in 2024 that can your flesh consume away from your skin?
Nuclear.
Nuclear missile.
Yeah, your eyes what will melt in your pockets, tongue will melt in your mouth.
Got a precept on that.
All right, is what nuclear weapons.
Yep.
So in this Third World War, like these stupid commentators, nuclear weapons is just a deterrent. It's just a deterrent. You know, like a dog. A dog is a deterrent. A dog, you have a dog and you have a yard, and you make sure you get that dog and make it vicious. That's a deterrent for burglars to not come into your house. All right, but they're trying to say that nuclear weapons are never going to be used, and they're just a deterrent.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not deterrent. It's the weapons of indignation.
That's right.
Precept though.
Okay. Wait. Let me finish that Zechariah 4:12.
That's it on that.
That's it on that. Okay. Now, who said they got a precept?
I got one. I got one. Talking about the heat.
Yep.
2 Peter 3 verse. But the day of the Lord will come. So therefore, it's a must thing. It's inevitable. As a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with great noise, and the elements shall melt, fervent heat.
There you go.
And the earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burnt up.
There you go. So the works are going to be burnt up. How? By nuclear weapon. So you have bigger nukes, and then you have nukes, right? Yeah, pocket nukes. Okay. So this Third World War is good. So it will behoove you people to really take this truth seriously, man, and invest more of your time in this rather than going out shopping or going out and being a coconut, man.
I've got a precept to back up. Carl.
Yeah, go ahead, and then you're gonna read this article for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Isaiah 54 and 16 says,
Mm-hmm.
I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy.
Yeah, you go. So you get Proverbs 20 and 20. And that smith is what? It's those ICBM missiles. So the Lord created, but he uses men.
Right.
The scientist.
Yeah, he uses the scientists and men. He opens up their minds so they can make weapons, so his prophecies can be fulfilled. Because the Heavenly Father is not a liar, unlike you niggers, all right? You niggers lie for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And that's why you might get nuked. You might get nuked to this Third World War, man. Take that MOTV, all right? That's one I'm telling you, hey, listen, man, you know, we're in hell and stuff like that. But Proverbs, 6 and 6, where it tells you the things that the Lord hates. He says a proud look, a lying tongue. So, hey, you shouldn't be in the habit of lying. There was a woman the other day, an Asian woman, that actually wrote a book, and she promised not to lie anymore. You know what I mean? I feel so free now when I'm being honest. And listen, we commend her for that, man. All right? We're not out here to, act like big men and start. If someone is doing something good, and God can all give them the props.
Yeah.
All right? She said, I'm not going to lie anymore. All right? And she wrote a book about it. And she said, you shouldn't lie either. Because part of lying is deceiving.
Yeah.
You know? And that's not the spirit that the Lord has put upon us. Okay? But these world leaders, he's put the spirit on them to be liars and deceivers. All right? And they see no problem in it. Okay? So that's why some of them, their judgment is going to be in these last days, man. Okay? All right? So what I want now, that precept.
Proverbs, yeah,
Isaiah 4 and 4.
Wait, hold it.
Proverbs 20, let me start from 23.
Yeah.
Divers weights are an abomination unto the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
and a false balance is not good.
Yeah.
Man's goings, how can a man then understand his own way?
See, now, a false balance, you have a lifetime, for example, let's say you're 20, 30, 40 years old. Okay, in my 40 years of being, I've never really experienced war. Okay, that's good, that's great. Yeah, but, and you know what, if the Lord wants that to happen, fine. But when war comes, that's the balance. All right? You have good times. All right, good times. Well, really, I should say good times on the right hand, and you have bad times. All right. So war is what? Bad times, man. But man's goings of the Lord. So all them that help make those nuclear missiles, the Lord put the spirit upon them. That's why in the precept it goes, I have created the smith, because it's the Lord's creation. All right. Someone get Proverbs 21 and 1.
I'm just gonna get that.
Oh, you're gonna get that, yeah.
I'm here now.
You said. Someone said you got.
Isaiah 4 and 4.
What's that?
I got the one about the smith. It says here, and the Lord shall have shed away the filth of the daughters of Zion.
Oh, feel for that. No, hold it. Let me do this one first.
This is 1 verse 1.
Yep.
The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord.
Yep.
As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will.
That's it. So just like a water, you have a river and it goes there and it goes left, it goes right. The Lord turns it. So listen, if there's a river and the Lord wants it to flood a town, the Lord can do is just send a chariot, make a hurricane, all right, and then make that river overflow, mudslides and all kinds of things. Just like last week over there in is it Carolina?
North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina in America. Yeah, hey, you niggas got swept away by that, man.
Helene.
Yeah. Hurricane Helene, man. Always giving it women names.
Oh yeah.
Because this white man's a bitch. That's why he gives it those names. So the Lord turns the minds of these world leaders, and they're doing His will. So we can't be about what's his name, Benjamin Netanyahu, and what he's doing. He's doing what the Lord wants to do.
Is that right?
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
This is Ecclesiastes 3, verse 1. To everything there is a time and to every person. Let me read that again.
Yep.
To everything there is
a season and a time to every purpose under heaven.
Mm-hmm.
A time to be born and a time to die.
Yep.
A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
Beautiful.
A time to kill and a time to break down. And a time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up.
There you go. Well, right now, in Ukraine especially, that's another war front, isn't it? And Ukraine, it's time for you to be broken down, man. You know? We don't care about Ukraine. They're telling us on the news they're fighting for all of us. Them Ukrainians ain't gonna fight for us. They look at us as niggas, man.
Yeah.
Fuck them, man.
Go.
Alright? They're not fighting for us, they're fighting for their own selves, man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Ezekiel 38, and we're going to start from verse 1. Alright? Because we told you that map. Alright? You got that map again?
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, put that map again. Alright? Now, before we, that map has ancient names. It has ancient names like Meshach, Tubal, Gog, Magog. Those are all ancient land masses. Alright? And if you look at where that is today, it's Russia.
Yep.
Magog is mainly the area of Russia. Gog is the area of Russia, which is Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan. All right. Meshach, Tubal, that's in Turkey. Gomez in Turkey as well. These are ancient names. You can put it down now. And they are going to be heavily involved. These names, we're going to break it down. They're going to be heavily involved in this Third World War. Now, we all said man's goings are of the Lord. There was a Mason, and you can start that out from the top. A Mason called Albert Pike. Now, Albert Pike, Google him, he was the founder of the KKK, man. And he said that lynching niggers was a necessary evil. That's how wicked this cunt is, man. By the way, he's got a statue in America, all right? And they look at him as a real top figure. He was a 33-degree Mason, all right, of the Scottish Rite. He wrote a letter to another Mason called Manzini in Italy in the late 1800s, where he talked about 3 world wars and what they would achieve. And the main thing they want to achieve by having 3 world wars is what? New World Order. All right? So we've got the article. Brothers, it's going to be off camera. It's on the PC there. So the brother's going to... So read it loud. Read the title.
Yeah.
All right, Albert Pike letter, Manzini.
So it says here, the title, Albert Pike Letter to Manzini,
Mm-hmm.
the Illuminati Plan for 3 World Wars, August 15th, 1871.
See, 1871. And by the way, they put this... They put his letter in the British Museum before World War I started. World War I started in 1914. All right? Just before World War I, they took it down. So they had... And they put it in right in your face. Imagine that, man. You go into a museum. It's about 3 world wars. No, that's not gonna happen. You know. Continue.
Says here, the following is a letter that speculation claimed that Albert Pike to Giuseppe Mazzini in 1871 regarding a conspiracy involving 3 world wars that were planned in an attempt to take over the world.
That's it. They want the whole world, man. All right, the whole world, and they want to get rid of us. Behind closed doors, they want to get rid of us. That's why Psalms 8:3 talks about crafty counsel. All right, continue.
Okay, it says the Pike letter to Giuseppe Mazzini was on display in the British Library in London until 1977.
1977.
Yeah.
Wow, there you go. I've been corrected. You see that? Okay. And go down to the First World War. Have a title war and what it's meant to achieve.
Yeah.
So mind you now, this was written before World War I started. Alright, read it.
The First World War must be brought about in order to permit the Illuminati to overthrow the Tsars in Russia, making that country a fortress of atheistic communism.
There you go, beautiful. Atheistic, and did that not happen? That did. Tsar Nicholas and his family, and by the way, the apostles say went back to Israelites. They were protectors of Christian orthodoxy. All right? And they had black people in their army. Okay? Now go to World War II.
Yeah. The Second World War must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences between the fascists and the political Zionists.
There you go, the fascists and the Zionists. Who's in our homeland right now?
Amalek.
Yeah, but what do they believe in?
Zionism?
Yeah, exactly. They believe in Zionism. See?
This war must be brought about so that Nazism
Yep.
is destroyed and that the political Zionism be strong enough to institute a sovereign state in Palestine.
There you go. Someone get Zechariah 9 and 6. Stop right there. Get that piece. See? Now, did that not happen? That happened, man. All right? So, Adolf Hitler, who was also an Amalekite himself, his real name was Kippenhuber, that's why they, on documentaries, they said, yeah, he made mad decisions. He made bad decisions because that was the goal, to make Germany lose. So, you know what? One of the things that D-Day, he always said, when I'm sleeping, don't disturb me. He used to get up late. He used to get up like me, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And on the day of D-Day, they didn't wake him up. So when the Americans came on the beach, yeah, you know, to France and stuff, because Nazis were occupying it, they would not wake him up because they looked at him like a god. And remember, Albert Pike was the same Freemason that said, when nations need a hero, we will supply them. And Hitler was. Because Germany, before Hitler came into power, and the Nazis were totally broke.
Yeah.
They had Berlin was the sex capital of Europe. All right, there was people dying, people starving, people, mother and daughter teams, prostituting themselves, mother and daughter. So not just here. All right, how much is sex with you? Yeah, 40 Deutsche Marks. If you add another 10, you can have me and my daughter. You know why? Because they were, after World War One, they paid so much reparations, they were broke.
Wow.
All right. So World War Two, you more or less explained World War Two, right? Is there anyone on there?
Says one have to institute a sovereign state of Israel and Palestine. During the Second World War, international communism must become strong enough in order to balance Christian, which would be then restrained and held in check until the time when we would need it for the final social cataclysm.
There you go. And that social cataclysm is World War III, nukes. Right? Who's got that Zechariah 9 6?
I've got that.
Yep.
Zechariah says, bastards shall dwell in Ashdod,
Yep.
and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines.
There you go. And Ashdod is where? A seaport over there in Israel, man. Now, what is the word?
Mediterranean Sea.
Yeah, near the Mediterranean Sea. Someone look up the definition for bastard. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone look up the definition for bastard. You've got Ezekiel, yeah?
No.
38. One of you brothers get Ezekiel 38 and 1.
I've got it.
All right, good.
Definition of bastard.
Yeah.
Right, let's see.
I've got it here in the Google first. If you want to
I
get
got the blue letter.
the blue. Okay. In the bastard, in the dictionary,
Yep.
it says an unpleasant and despicable person. Lied to me, the bastard.
No, that's
Nah, that's not it.
It's an urban dictionary.
Point out. I don't know what dictionary that is. You guys should look it up.
This is Strong's H4464.
Yep.
Mamza
Yep.
says bastard, child of incest, illegitimate child,
Yep.
bastard, mixed population, a J-ish father
Yeah.
and a heathen mother or vice versa.
See, the main one is illegitimate child.
Yeah.
All right. When you're, they used to say that in England. Oh, if you have a mum but you didn't have a friend, you're a bastard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where's your dad? So basically, the people that are in Ashdod today, all right, are illegitimate. Meaning they're not the Jews of the Bible, because we are the Jews of the Bible. I'm a Jew.
Cool.
I'm Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
Mm-hmm.
So they're illegitimate, man.
Cool.
Okay? So the Lord said a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, man. And what are they doing in Ashdod and all the other lands that they have? They've got kinds of gay praise over there. They're doing wickedness over there.
Yeah.
Witchcraft. They're Talmud.
Yeah.
They're massacring people. They're bombing people. There's checkpoints everywhere.
I was watching the video last night. I was saying it.
Yeah.
It's like it's interrupted. But something fresh in my mind. They're torturing the soldiers, the captured soldiers, right? Which is against the law, right? When you capture the army, you're supposed to,
Yeah.
give them what they need, drink, water, and all of that.
Yeah, be treated humanely.
They're exposing them, just lashing them, stemping, doing all kinds of
Abominations.
lawless, man.
Lawless, man. Oh yeah, they put them in this military base. They give them an adult nappy. All right, they're blindfolded. They're tied to a bed like that. They're adult nappy. They're interrogated. They're tortured. They're anally raped.
Yeah.
They're doing all kinds of wickedness, man. All right. So they're not the people of the Bible. Come on.
It's Revelation 2:9.
Mm.
Thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
And they're talking about us, the real children of Israel. We're rich because you know why? It doesn't matter how many of our people don't make it. The elect make it, you know, and a remnant is going to make it, and the rest can just die and wake up to everlasting shame.
Yep. And I know the blasphemy of them that say,
Yep.
Salaki, I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not,
Yep.
but are synagogue of Satan.
Yeah, who worships in synagogues?
Mm.
Yeah, you know what? We don't even have to go into that. That's case closed, man.
Amen.
So we can clearly see who that's talking about. Is the same people in Zechariah 9:6 who are illegitimate children.
Mm.
All right. So what's going on over there now? All right, is build up to this Third World War. But remember, Jacob's trouble, the MTD has to be instituted first. All right. Now who's got Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 1? All right. Now Ezekiel 38 is a chapter that goes into about how the Third World, who's going to be involved in the Third World War and why. All right. And we're going to break it down for you. Go on.
Ezekiel 38 and verse 1.
Mm.
And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face Gog,
Mm.
the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach, Tubal, and prophesy against him.
Yeah, beautiful. Stop right there. And the land of Magog is mainly Russia. All right, today. And it said Gog, right?
Mm.
Gog is that southern Russia, Georgia border. All right. So, when you look at Russia, it's a huge country, massive landmass.
Yep.
But they got a country under it, a small one called Georgia.
Mm.
All right. And right next to Georgia is Armenia and Azerbaijan. They've been warring on and off. Okay. And if you look at that area, in that area of Gog, that area, the ancient Medes used to be in that area. And them, like other nations, all right, have taken Israelites down. All right. And that's why the Lord is against them. The Lord's going to use them in this time to fulfill his will. But he's against them because they, when they had the Mede Empire, they touched the apple of his eye, which is us. All right. All right, continue. Verse 3.
Verse 3. And say, Thus saith the Lord power,
Yep.
Behold, I am against thee, O Gog,
See?
the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal.
See, why is he against them? Because both the Medes and they had another, what's that empire? Cyrus? The Persian Empire, that's it. The Persian Empire was in that area with that map, right? Gog and Magog. You got that map again? Yeah? Yeah, if you look at that area here, right? Okay, that's beautiful. If you look at this area here, all right, up here is Russia. All right, up here, you see Russia there. But down here is Georgia, Armenia, that's Gog. Up there, Russia is Magog. All right, same with this one. All right, Russia's up here. All right, down here is Georgia, Azerbaijan, Armenia. And if you look online with articles, Russia is repairing the relationship between these two because Armenia and Azerbaijan have been warring over a border. All right. So the Lord is saying he's against them. All right. But he's going to use them in this Third World War. Going to be allied with the Russians. Okay. Hold that. Okay. All right. Read that verse again, sorry.
Verse 3, Ezekiel 38 verse again.
Yep.
And say, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, chief prince of Meshach and Tubal.
Okay, Meshach and Tubal is an area in Turkey. All right, so in modern day Turkey. So Turkey, all right now is they're part of NATO at the moment. But this war in Gaza, all right, Erdogan is against it, and he even said that we need an Islamic alliance. And by the way, he said that Hamas is fighting on behalf of all Muslims. That's what he said, man. All right. So the Lord said, "I'm against you, God, priest. What was it? High priest Read that bit again. Meshach and Tubal.
And say, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I am against the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal.
Yeah, see, the Lord is against them. And the reasons why he's against them, someone get Ezra in the Bible, not in the Apocrypha, Ezra 4 and 21. Because one of the reasons why, alright, because under the Medes, alright, when the Medes took over the Israelites in the ancient world, alright, the building of the temple stopped. Alright, what's his name? Cyrus, the king of Persia, gave a decree that they be erected. You know, he was the one, the Most High set him up. He knew that the Most High set him up to say, all right, I'm taking you guys, you know, over and that, but you Israelites can make your temple. Medes took them over. All right, underneath the Medes, the building of that temple, it stopped. That's another reason why the Lord is against them. But in this time, all right, the landmass where Medes, which is that Gog, Magog kind of area, the Lord is going to use the people that are in the landmass now, all right, to be involved in this Third World War for his purpose. All right, who's got that? Ezra 4 and 21.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Ezra chapter 4 and 21.
Mm-hmm.
Give ye now commandment to cause these men to cease, and that this city be not builded until another commandment shall be given from me.
Okay, verse 22 as well.
Take heed now that ye fail not to do. Why should damage grow to the hurts of the kings?
You see, verse 20, go on.
Now when the copy of King Artaxerxes' letter was read before Rehum and Shimshai, the scribe, and they went up in haste to Jerusalem unto the Jews and made them to seize by force and power.
See, so they stopped. That's it. That's enough. So they stopped the building of the temple. So that's another reason why the Lord is against them. The Lord is going to use them, all right, to fulfill His will.
Precept.
All right, go precept.
This is Isaiah 13, 17, couple verses.
Right.
Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them,
Yep.
which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
And who's in that Mede area now? The Russians,
The
right?
Russians, yeah.
Okay, so the Russians are going to be heavily involved in this war. Now, go back to verse 4.
Two more verses.
Okay, go on then.
It says, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
There you go. So, and when it says Babylon, it's not talking about Asian Babylon. All right, that's long and gone. It's talking about Babylon the Greco. All right, so this is going to happen then. And mindset we have to be in is not fearful mindset, but a humble mindset, you know, and just head down and just doing the Lord's work. And doing the things the Lord's want, and then the Lord will do from this.
I've got this article right from the ABC News, right?
Go on, yeah.
Just quickly to back up that what you just read. This is October. This is the 5th, so this was yesterday.
Yeah.
Ukraine downs a Russian warplane, and Russia claims gains in the east. So one of that's the dominant force right now. They're claiming Ukraine downs one of their airplanes. It's like that comes to mind, Jeremiah 49. 49 and 20, the weak of the flock shall draw their out.
Yeah.
So
later, don't worry about
yeah,
that.
alright. So this is fresh off the press. When I came home after camp.
Yeah.
There's always new things coming up.
Always new things coming up.
The overnight bombings. This is one of the latest at the moment.
There you go.
Newsflash.
So Russia's involved in Ukraine at the moment, but they're going to get involved with this Third World War. And as we showed with that map, all the roads lead into Israel. All right. Now go to verse 4.
Ezekiel 34. And I'll turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. And I'll bring thee forth. And I'll bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horse, and all the clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company, and with bucklers and with shields, and all of them handling swords.
So when it says turn you back, it means it's talking about Russia. All right. The Lord's going back to the ancient, so where they was in the Soviet Union. If you look at the Soviet Union, it was a war economy. They conquered territories all around. They were massive. So when you put hooks in, let's say I've got a dog and I put hooks in its jaw, what is showing? Your teeth.
Teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Russia is. I'm not gonna say they are,
Yeah.
but they're starting to.
Potentially.
Yeah, they're going back to their old ways, man. They're going back to their old Soviet Union days.
Yeah, because teeth represent.
Yeah, USSR.
Teeth is the dominant. It represents power.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
So when you have them and you're showing them, that's a form of the lion, the dog, the XL bully dog. That's a form of aggression.
Aggression, yeah, that's right, man. Arrgh. So they're going to go back their own ways.
Yeah.
All right. Continue the next verse. Verse 5.
Verse 5. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with all of them,
Mm-hmm.
with all of them with shield and
So Persia, who are Persians?
Iranians?
That's it, Iran.
Yeah.
Now, is not Iran allied with Russia today?
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
are.
yeah, come on.
Most of their weapons for Ukraine, they get it from Iran. All right. So the Russians, keep them bullets coming. All right. Now Ethiopia is Africa, and Ethiopia has a military deal with Turkey. Right. Ethiopia's military is very good because they have a neighbor. What's that neighbor? Eritrea, and they have this disputed zone, and on and off they've been fighting, but they have a military pact. And who? Libya.
Yep, let me read it again.
Yeah.
Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya.
Yep.
With them, all of them with shield and helmet.
See, all of them with shield and helmet. So Libya is North Africa, and most of the weapons that Libya has is supplied by the Russians. All right. Now I did Ezekiel. I sent you brothers to the Ezekiel 35 breakdown. I did 38 breakdown. That's it. 38 breakdown. In there was a chart of Russia's, and the highest arms sales was one of them was Libya. All right. So Libya is going to be on the side of the Russians, on the side of the Iranians, and on the side of the Ethiopians. All right. Meshach and Tubal is what's it called? Turkey. So Turkey is gonna be. Remember, Turkey and Russia didn't get on because of the Syrian war. Remember that. All right, because I think Turkey shot down a Russian air. All right, but Erdogan and Putin, they mended that little rift against each other. And one of the places where Russians go for holidays is mainly Turkey, man, because of the region. All right, go to verse 6.
Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah, of the north quarters and all his bands,
Beautiful.
and many people.
And Togarmah is what we call Armenia today. All right, which is near that land of Gog, which we showed you on that map. And it says what? Many people with thee. Okay? And many people with thee is meaning their allies. And when it says bands, it means armies, right? Armies. Okay. All right. What verse are you in now?
Just ended verse 6, going into verse 7.
All right, go to verse 7.
Be thou prepared, and prepare thyself,
Mm-hmm.
all thy company that are assembled unto thee, be thou a guard unto them.
See, so Russia is going to be a guard unto these other nations. All right? And because these other nations are smaller, and Russia is turning back into that Soviet Union military might. Because the so-called white man just can't go up into these little nations anymore and did what he did in Iraq and Afghanistan anymore. Number one, because the Lord has exposed his tricks, weapons of mass destruction, all that. Two, is that if you fuck with Russia's interests, that will draw in Russia. Now, one of you brothers, who was it? No. The Russian military base in Syria was bombed by Israel.
Go on.
Someone looked that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see?
Yeah.
So they're playing with fire, man. Playing with absolute fire. This Israel this week bombed multiple places. They invaded Lebanon, but they bombed a military base in Syria, and in that military base, Russia has their troops and their equipment there. I went on YouTube and I saw their UN representative, and he said Western colleagues are acting like all of this just started when Iran shot 200 rockets to Israel. But other things like that. How many things happened before that? October 7th, we know about that. They killed Hassan Nasrallah, the Hezbollah leader in Lebanon. and he was a charismatic figure. And they're pissed about that, man. All right. They killed Iranian people in the Iranian military on Syrian soil a few months ago as well. And now they've just bombed a military base in Syria where Russian troops are. They're playing with fire, man. All right. And that's Israel. Okay. Now you can bring out that scripture, the least of the flock shall draw them out. Yeah, you can bring that out because that's what's going to happen. What's going to happen is that America is going to be drawn into this war reluctantly, all right? But they're going to be drawn in it because of this fucking Israel and their mad kamikaze ways that they're out of their minds, man. And basically, remember, you have to understand that these people, they like blood. If you know about their history, all right, the Khazar history, they're heavily involved in blood sacrifice. All that October the 7th, they look at it as a sacrifice, man. They let that happen. Come on.
Go on.
Wait.
This is Jeremiah 49:20.
Yep.
Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he have taken against Edom and his purposes, that he have purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them.
There you go. So the least of the flock is really those Amalekites that are in our homeland. They're doing so much wickedness that it's making like America's like, you know, Joe Biden's like, why are they doing this? You know what I mean? You're making your job harder. You know? All right, we'll send some more. We'll send the Abraham Lincoln. They got this big people carrier thing, ship, you know, area carrier called Abraham Lincoln. All right, we'll send that over there to the Middle East so the Houthis doesn't see. So the Houthis don't bomb them because we're allies, and our resistance with Israel and our relationship is strong. They have a right to defend themselves. It's not when you are attacking and bombing and assassinating people and putting small detonators in pages, getting their genitals blown off, their arms and legs blown off. That's not self-defense. It's attacking, man.
Yeah.
All right. So what's going to happen is later on, as we said, this will die down, but because of Israel and America will be drawn into this Third World War, man. All right. And the Lord wants that to happen. You know why? Because the Lord wants America to be what?
Destroyed.
To be destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go precept.
Okay, go on.
This is Joel 3, verse 9 to 10. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
That's it. Let the weak say, I'm strong. And those are them nations like Pakistan, India. They used to be weak, but now they're strong. All right. Hey, who's got nuclear weapons?
All the countries.
Yeah, the countries that got nuclear weapons. The countries that have got the so-called weaker countries, some of them got nuclear weapons. So that makes them what? Strong. You know. So this war is going to be absolute chaos, man. So you're going to need to have a hedge of protection around you. All right.
I got it here. Who's got nuclear weapons? Russia, United States.
Down to verse 12.
Oh, come.
Russia, United States. China, France.
Oh, China used to be a weak country. 20s. All right. When all the manufacturing in America closed down, and they did a deal to make the Chinese make. America made China. Go and look it up if you don't believe. Go on.
Russia, United States, China, France, United Kingdom, Pakistan.
That's a weak country. Who the hell is scared of them, man? Battlefield, throw curry in your face. You know what I mean? Oh, it's a hot curry. It's a bit of you know, but now they've got nukes, so they're strong. All right?
That's it.
Continue.
India.
In India, the same thing, man. You know? Throwing a pop in your head, man.
Some chapatis.
Yeah, some parties in there. But now they got nukes. Continue.
Israel.
Israel, they got nukes. But remember this: the Lord's will, the Lord can shut nukes off like that. There's a good documentary. There's a good book called UFOs and Nukes. Go look it up, man. All right. So when they test their nukes,
Yeah.
it can't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they always say there's yours around the silos. So the chariots are making them not work.
Yeah.
So when all the other nations shoot their missiles on America, when America tries to retaliate, it's gonna be like, why isn't this bitch working?
Anti-missile defense.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna
There you go.
Yeah.
Any more?
He says one more. And North Korea.
North Korea. There you go. Kim Ping Pong.
Yeah.
All right.
What was the nickname that
Kim Jong Un.
What was the nickname that Donald Trump gave him? Something like Baby Boy, something like that. You remember?
Rocket Man.
Rocket Man.
Yeah, he got a Rocket Man. Yeah. He go Rocket. He went like this. Rocket Man better make no threats. He better make no threats. He'll be riot and fury. Well, and when Trump was saying it, you can see that body language. If it was a woman or a psychologist and they analyzed his body language, he knew that what he was saying was bullshit. Because you know North Korea will fucking blow them out the water. So America's nothing no more, man. And let's give a little clap for that, man.
Yeah.
There's a toilet around there, and you know what I call it? I call it America.
Circling the drain.
Yeah, it's circling the drain, man.
God.
You know, that's it.
If can I read a little bit of this?
Yeah, go on,
Information, just a little bit.
Yeah.
And you can tell me when to stop.
Yeah, go on.
It says the United States and Russia have the largest nuclear arsenal, with the two countries holding about 90% of the world's nuclear weapons. The number of the nuclear warheads each country has varies, which most countries have a few hundred or dozens, while the United States and Russia have thousands.
Thousands.
Right, just a little bit more. The country also differ in how quickly their nuclear weapons can be used. For example, the United States and Russia keep some of their weapons on prompt alert.
Yeah.
So they're on the mantelpiece, so they could be out there. It's ready to go, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, it's ready to go, man. See.
Meaning they could be ready to. Oh, that's a spirit. Meaning that ready to be launched under 15 minutes. Other countries like China, India, and Pakistan keep their weapons in central storage, which could take days or weeks to be prepared for use.
There you go, man. Yeah, so all them. Now let's go back to verse 8. This is,
So okay, I had one more precept for
okay, yeah, but get Ezekiel 38, verse 8.
Ezekiel 38 and verse 8 says,
Wait, you hold that. Bring out his precept.
This is Joel 3 and 12. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yehoshaphat or Jehoshaphat.
Yep.
For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
Now, when you look at on a map, it's East Jerusalem, man. A place called Kidron. Someone Google Kidron. All right, in Israel. Kidron.
Kidron in Israel.
Yeah. I might spell it wrong, but it will definitely come up.
Okay.
Yeah. A place in Israel is called Kidron. That's where the Valley of
It
Jehoshaphat.
says it's a valley originating slightly northeast of the old city of Jerusalem.
There you go, see? That's the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Yeah, and what does that mean? Yehoshaphat?
Yahweh's judgment.
Yahweh's judgment, man. Yeah. So, like we showed you with that on, that's why on that map it showed Meshach, Tubal, Gog, Magog, and it had all them arrows going to Israel, man. Because that's where the worst of the fighting in the Third World War is going to be. It's going to be, heathens going to get fucked up, man. All right? And it's our Lord that's going to be doing that, man. All right? What's that?
Shall I bring this out? This is
Yeah, beautiful. Wait, one sec. Bring this out, yeah. And camera that picture.
Yeah, sure.
All right? Because these animals, man, these Amalekites, the least of the flock, they just bombed Syria's military base where Russia is. Read a bit of that article, Ariel.
I think it might be the other way around, but I'll read it.
Yeah.
It says here. Claims swirl around Israel. Israeli strike very near Russia airbase in Syria.
There you go, see?
Israeli conducted strikes near, so it didn't, it's getting close.
It's getting closer. They're here.
Near the Syrian coast this morning, with explosions reported in the vicinity of Russian-operated Kerhermium airbase near the city of Latakia, Latakia.
Yeah.
At this stage, it's not clear if the Russian airfield was actually hit
Yeah.
deliberately or otherwise, which would be a first way. However, the attacks represent a notable escalation in terms of Israel's willingness to prosecute targets that are very close to this key Russian military facility and a major point of pride for Moscow.
Yeah. And that's in and that's in Syria. And Syria is right next to Lebanon and right next to Israel. The place called, what's it, Golan Heights. The Golan Heights, when they had that 6-day war in 1967, they took it from the Syrians. So the Golan Heights is really Syria, but Israel stole that land and they made it part of Israel. Because you know what they've got? They've got this project called the Greater Israel Project. Their flag shows you. Their flag has blue, and then it has that star, that pentagram, and it's not the Star of David, it's a pentagram, it's a satanic pentagram, and then it has another blue stripe, and those two blue stripes are two rivers, from the Nile in Egypt to the Euphrates. That's how they want to expand their landmass. All right, the project going on. That's why they're bombing the Palestinians. They want the land for themselves.
Precept in the Euphrates.
Okay, go.
It's Revelation 16 and 12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared.
And that river Euphrates, it is drying up right now.
Drying up, yeah.
It's been drying up right now. But you know what's doing that? Because that river Euphrates runs through Syria, Iraq, and a part of Turkey.
That's right.
In order for the Russians and their allies to get to Israel, all right, that river would have been a major obstacle. The Lord is drying it up, so now the tanks can just ride.
The Lord is heavy.
Get there. The Lord is heavy, man. All right, the Lord is heavy. So it will behoove you people to get into this, man. All right, to see what the Lord is doing, and we have to bring this out so that our God is real, man, because He's a living God.
I've got a
All right.
precept.
Yeah, go on.
Backs up the river of Euphrates drying up.
Yeah.
Strategic. It's just strategic from the Most High.
That's right.
Ezekiel chapter 7:25 says, "Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none." 26 of Ezekiel 7. "Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophets, but the law shall perish from the priests, and the counsel from the ancients."
Yeah, you see, we have to understand is that behind closed doors, these nations have people that they consult, especially you know, like America, Russia. They got witches and wizards that they consult, man.
Think tanks.
Yeah, think tangos and all that stuff. All of that's not gonna help you, man. All right, Lord's will is gonna be fulfilled.
Yeah, and if I could just add a little point about what you're saying there, it's saying mischief shall come upon me. So that's twice for emphasis. So mischief is when something is being conjured up, a plan to do some, plan to do some wickedness.
Yeah, some wickedness. Yeah.
So
exactly.
This is what's taking place, man.
But but ultimately, the Lord's counsel was they can have any plans in their head, but what they is gonna be what the Lord puts the Spirit in them to do. The brother read the precept. The king's heart is in what?
Lord's hand.
Yeah, the Lord's hand. He turns it like he wants. Okay, now go back to Ezekiel 38 verse 8.
Ezekiel 38 and 8.
Yep.
Also, after many days thou shalt be visited. In the latter years thou shalt come into the land, is brought back from the... Let me read this again. So again.
That's all right.
Ezekiel 38 and 8 again. After many days thou shalt be visited, in the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword.
Yep.
And is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel.
That's it. And that land that is brought back from the sword is what? It's the land of Israel, man. Because get Luke 21 verse 24, please. Because the Bible said that it will be trodden down of the Gentiles. All right, until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. All right, and if you look at the land of Israel and us Israelites, we've been taken over from one people took us over. Then they brought us out of captivity. Then we said, thank you, Lord. And then we sinned again. And then the Lord brought another nation. And then we said, please help us, Lord. And then he brought us out. And then we sinned again. And the Lord said, I had enough of this stuff. These people, get the Romans, chase them out of their own land, man. You know? And ever since then, who's been in that land? Gentiles, man.
Yeah.
And they've been trotting it down. All right, over there in our homeland, gay parades, man.
Yeah.
All right? You should be angry about that, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right? I read that, Luke 21 and 24.
Go on, Luke 21 and 24. And
Yeah.
they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
That's it. And that time is that time is coming, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right? That time is coming. The last of it will be in 4. And we'll go back to our homeland and live happily ever after. The end, man.
Cool.
All right? And that will be our heaven, and it'll be all you heathens hell.
That's right.
Verse 9.
Go on, verse 9.
Wait, no,
Oh,
it's all right.
okay, sorry.
I didn't finish 8. Shall I finish 8?
Oh, yeah, you can finish it. So.
Right, so it says, brought back from the sword and gathered out of many people against Israel, which had been always waste,
Yeah.
but is brought forth out of the nations, so that they shall dwell safely, all of them. Verse 9, thou shalt ascend and come like a storm, thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land, thou and all thy band, many people with thee.
See, that's all talking about the Russians, the Turks, the Azerbaijanians, the Armenians, the Libyans. Their armies are going to be swamping our homeland, man. All right? And it's going to be like a what? It'll be like a storm, right?
I got a precept.
Like a cloud.
Yeah.
Right now.
Okay, go on. Bring out your precept. Hold it. Bring out your precept.
It's the 2nd Ezra 15 and 28.
Yep.
Behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they them may fear and tremble.
And this is Arabia, right? Which is Ishmaelites.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's what the slaughtering of the Gaza people is doing. It's getting them angry. So you can see that happening. You can see them going, start reading Quranic verses about jihad. You know what I mean? Getting their son, and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They did it the other day. I was watching it on TV. They bombed the West Bank. They used West Bank, but they bombed the West Bank and they killed a family. And the guy sat everyone down and he was reading Quranic verses about revenge and jihad.
Wow.
You know, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you Arabs are gonna be over there as well, man.
Yep.
You know. All right, go on.
Verse 30.
Mhm.
Also the Carmanians, which are the Iranians,
Iranians, yeah.
raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians.
But and what do they say all the time in Iran when they have their prayers? They in their language. I can't remember what their language
Allahu Akbar.
is. No. They say death to America.
Oh,
Death to America. They're in the mosque. They're mosque.
Mm.
No, America. Oh, America. And they're all like that. Even the women, man. Thousands of them. Death to America. To America. Death to America. Death to America.
America's the great Satan, isn't it?
The great Satan. But you know what puzzles me? I'm baffled, and maybe you brothers can answer this question. Why aren't you niggas saying that, man? Why aren't you niggas saying America, man?
They're comfortable in America.
They're you're comfortable in America.
Yeah.
All
that's
right?
true, yeah.
So you're gonna take that chip, all right, and you're gonna perish with them.
Who shall Judah is the lion's whelp, who shall rouse him up?
Yeah.
Right now they just
Right now you
be sleeping,
right now you apes are sedated.
Sedate.
You know, you're like a ape in a cage and you've been sedated. So you're comfortable in that cage. But the Lord is gonna rouse you up
That's
in these last days. Preferably through Jacob's trouble when that happens. Alright? But remember, Jacob's trouble MLB comes before World War III.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright, remember that.
I must.
Yeah. Now let's go back to the one you were. You was in verse 9 to 10?
Just finish 9.
Alright, go to verse 10.
Thus saith the Lord power, it shall also come to pass, at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought.
And that evil thought is the Russians. They got this, man. Alright? Just like you read Isaiah 13 and 17 about the needs.
Yeah,
They're not going to delight in their what? Silver or gold. So the Lord is going to put an evil thought in their mind. All right? And that evil, listen, we have to get rid of this place, man. And remember, we read out precept that king's heart is
The Lord.
it can the Lord controls it. All right, continue to verse 11.
Verse 11. And thou shalt say, up to the land of unwalled villages, and I'll go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, having neither bars nor gates.
And that's talking about America, because you used to have, like, for example, this witch, and she was a witch, Joan of Arc, right? She was in France, and she went to Paris, and Paris had walls around there. You know, back in the ancient world, York here, you had walls all around the city because you had so many walls. America have walls around there, see?
Nope.
No.
I mean, Donald Trump said he's going to build a wall.
You tried.
But he didn't. He hasn't built a wall. So that shows you how arrogant they are. They've got no real borders. They're manned. And that's why they've got all these northern kingdom going in there. So the place of unwalled villages is America. All right? They don't have no real defenses. You know, anyone can get in, jump over a fence, and you can get into America. It's an unwalled place. Continue.
Yeah, verse 12.
Yep.
To take a spoil and to take a prey. To take a spoil and to take a prey, to tie in hand upon the desolate places.
That's it.
That are now inhabited, and
Yep.
upon the people that are gathered out of the nation, which have gotten cattle and goods,
Yep.
that dwell in the midst of the land.
See, all the things that America's got, all right, it's been stolen, really, from God, from us, all right? So the Lord is going to make that place a desolate wilderness, man. The Lord's going to make it desolate, all right? Now, one of you brothers get Luke. It's all right, you can hold that Ezekiel for now. Get Luke 12 and 49, one of you brothers. And one of you brothers get Jeremiah 50 and 14.
This is the book of Luke 12, verse 49. I am come to send fire on earth, and what will I? What? Like here. Luke 12, verse 49. I am come to send fire on the earth.
Yep.
And what will I be already kindled?
See, so who's saying that?
Yahweh.
Shai. All right. So the world is going to be. It's in the midst of the Third World War. All right. All these nations, even in our homeland, they're gonna see the chariots, Yahweh Shai. They're gonna stop fighting each other. They're gonna try and fight him. All right. And I say try, but what does it say in Revelation? Someone can get that in 1 hour.
Right, oh, you want that
Revelation
one?
18.
Yeah. And that's yeah.
This is Revelation 18 and verse 10. It says, let me start 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
And that's talking about America being nuked. All
That's
right. So all them nations that have nukes, they're gonna turn and they're gonna shoot those nukes on America, man.
That's right.
They're gonna say, get rid of this fucking place. Okay.
Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in power is thy judgment come.
So the Lord's gonna make an example out of it. So they're gonna stop fighting each other. They're gonna see, because they know who in the chariots. All the government officials, the top government officials. They know that it's black men, angels. They know.
Go on.
And they, this business of it being big bad aliens is all rubbish, man. You know, all right. And we've actually seen aliens come out ships in this time. All right. All we know is that the chariots are angels, man. Angels riding there. All right. And those chariots are our salvation. Now, who's got Jeremiah 50 verse 14? All right, go on.
So this is Jeremiah 50. I think I'll read from verse 13. Because of the wrath of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, it shall be inhabited, but it shall be holy to let everyone that goeth to Babylon,
Yep.
shall be astonished and hiss at her plagues. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows,
Yeah.
for she hath against the Lord Yahweh.
Yeah, and when it says arrows, remember there was a film with Christian Slater, John Travolta called Broken Arrow, and it was about a pocket nuke or something. So someone stealing it.
Yeah, nuclear warhead being stolen.
Yeah, and see what did that scripture say? Arrow, right?
Yeah. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows.
See, so that's a metaphor for nukes. All right, so that's what's gonna happen. Now, how are we from those nukes? Get Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 2.
Go on.
All right, a couple more, then we're gonna close. But we didn't want to make it too long, man. All right, you know. But you get the gist. So look, bad times coming, man. So listen, if you have relatives and people and they pass away before this time, all right, the Lord's doing them a favor, man.
Yeah.
Okay, they're not gonna have to face all this.
True.
Especially if they're blinded from this truth. Okay, you should be happy about that, man.
True.
Go on.
My dad's long gone, man. He's better off up there, man.
Of course.
When he was here, he was out of his mind. Alright? Wisdom Psalm 5 and 2.
Good. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
When they shall see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for.
See? It's their salvation. So when we're at camp sometimes, like a few weeks ago, when we saw chariots, this brother, he filmed it, I think. Aria, he filmed them, innit? There was 3 of them, man.
Yeah.
And they were definitely chariots because they were like up and down. They were hovering around where we were.
Yeah.
All right. So those machines are gonna show themselves. And there's videos on YouTube. There's a good place called Section 51, a good channel, where it shows them up, like coming out of portholes. You know, over buildings. You can see their form. Thing, man.
Yeah.
All right. You know, and they're on our side, so you should be happy about that. But only the elect is going to be have that salvation. I get Romans 11 and 7, and someone get Isaiah 26 and 20,
Isaiah 26.
and last one, Jeremiah 17 and 7. Oh, we'll close it. All right.
What did you say? Romans 11 and 7, yeah?
Yeah. So we have to prove that it's only the elect that's going to get this strange salvation from these nukes. That's what we have to be saying. That's what we need to. You dummies that are in Christianity saying that you're saved already. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's about your relationship with Christ. You know? What Christ are you talking about, man? You know? There's plenty of Christ, man. What one? Did not Paul say someone's going to teach us another Jesus?
Yeah. And so we call him the Antichrist, because if you call him some other name, you're definitely against the law.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, you know, those names are and worthy to be set up. Yahweh and his son Yahushua.
Wow.
And not Yahuwah or Yahweh or the ones of you. My friend, he said, "No, I call God Yahui." I say, you that man. When them nukes are coming, Yahui. you know, like that Homer Simpson episode when he's on a he's on a warhead and he's going woohoo, wahoo, bangs.
Yeah, because really you don't have any chance, because what did David say when he was in Goliath? He says, "You come to me with a sword and a spear, but I come to you with a name."
Ooh.
Yeah.
Everybody.
So you can't enter. If you're gonna enter a battle without the power, without your power, your sword, your shield, and your spear, and your helmet, your armor, sort of armor, then you've waved the white flag, man. They've waved the white flag, man.
Yeah.
You know, but we're going into battle. We go with the name, with our power, connected with our power.
And that's how you know in the Middle Ages they didn't have the name, man. But you know what? When they used to have on battle fights, they used to use a horn. You know, like you have a chauffeur. They used a horn to stop the fighting. So one group of Israelites fight, and then and then they'll stop. So 1 minute I'm bashing your head in, the next minute I'll stop. I help you up, brother. Yeah, yeah.
I didn't mean it.
Yeah, I didn't mean it. And that proves that history was us, because the horn is like welfare.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we've got Romans 11 and 7.
I got that. Can I start at 4, Brother Kashan?
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah, this is Romans 11 and 4. What saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal.
And we're not going to bow to the MOTB or any other false god, man. And God forbid, if anyone does, off with their head.
Right.
All right, continue.
Verse 5, even so then, at this present time, also there is a remnant according to the election of grace.
That's it. And grace is unwasted, man. It's a gift, so don't waste it. We was talking about that yesterday. We linked up with the brothers. The elders came down Central Camp. This is a gift. Don't waste it, man.
That's right.
And we're not. And listen, we're occupied in the spirit of prophecy. We're doing our job, man. Okay, continue.
And if by grace, then it is no more of work. Otherwise, grace is no more grace. But if it be of works, then it is no more of grace. Otherwise, work is no more work.
But you show your faith by what? Your work. Exactly, man.
What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
And it's salvation. That's what we're all seeking. Like yesterday was at camp and rolled by in a car, passenger seat, and she was like, I'm this, and I tell you, I'm this. And I was hearing something. I was like, where's this? Where's that?
Nice.
And then I saw the car, and then I saw her in the passenger seat. I'm this, I too. And but you know the reason why she did that? Because she recognizes the truth. She must be into it to a certain degree, and then she got excited to see men out there
in the flesh.
Yeah, in the flesh, doing what she may have been seeing online. So listen. If she be a part of that remnant, may the Lord be with her. That's why I waved and saluted her. Do you get what I mean? The rest of you niggas can just die, man. All right, the ones of you that come up to us and say Jesus Christ is the way. Another guy saying to us years ago, Buddha is the way. All right, you pray to Buddha in name, man. All right, it says the elect will take. The elect is not be calling on no Buddha when them nukes are shattering. The Bible says the earth is gonna roll to and fro like a drum.
Boy,
Okay,
that's
all right. She's got Isaiah 26 and 20.
Yeah, I got it.
Got that one, yeah.
So this is Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 20. It says here, so come my people, enter into thy chambers.
And that's the chariots. We're going to be in them chariots, man. Lord willing, beamed up, strange salvation. We continue.
I got a precept after that.
Okay.
And shut thy door of thee.
Yep.
Hide thyself as it were for a little moment.
Yep.
Until the indignation be overpassed.
See, the indignation, and indignation means righteous anger.
Yeah.
So the Lord is going to have his spirit in it.
Right.
So this earth is going to be, it's going to be a destruction. Now you see what he said.
To back up the brother. Good timing, brother.
All right.
1 Corinthians 15, and let me start from. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Lord our power. Neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I shew you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in a twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trump shall sound, and the dead shall be raised, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality.
So when we go into chariots, that's when we're going to have that change.
And you have to know the name of the Lord for all of that to happen.
You know that to happen.
Yeah.
Exactly. But because these bodies that we have right now are corrupt, they break down. But when we get into them chariots, man, we're going to be incorruptible, and we're not going to have any sicknesses, any diseases. We're going to be like gods on earth.
Yep.
Ye are gods, and your children of the Most High. We're going to live out that, in to the letter. All right. 19 and 7, and then we're going to close.
Yeah, right. This is Jeremiah 7 and 7. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and his hope the Lord is.
And that's what we have. We're prisoners of war. That's it. So we end it there. That was the upcoming World War III. And we hope and pray that you were edified. We give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh
Bashem Yahushai Bashem HaKadosh.
Double honors to your that was the great millstone that rule well, that taught us truth. And blessings to the elect. Shalom.
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 Shalom.